Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Killer Bunny here, and today we got an NU match for you today. And it was a pretty awesome match. I had a lot of fun with this match, and both sides did really good predictions, and it was just an all-around fun match for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did actually playing this battle. And yeah, let me talk a little bit about my team. So this team should look relatively familiar because this is my OU team, excuse me, my NU team that I use quite often, really. I really took a liking to this team. So, this team should look a little bit familiar. But threats on their team, definitely the Zangoose, because Zangoose is honestly, it's a pretty big threat. I mean, with the Toxic Boost, which is the reason he's on my team. He's a big offensive threat for NU. I mean, really, the only thing that Zangoose is not really threatening against is his Golem. Everything else is threatening. Even against a fully defensive Wheezing, it's still very scary to go up against the Zangoose with that Toxic Boost ability. It's just so deadly. And the Swellow with Guts, you know, it's just dangerous. Plus Gorbis, you gotta watch out for that Shell Smash, could potentially sweep. Skunk Tank is kind of bulky. It seems like he's running like a semi-bulky set, like a semi-bulky team. He's got going on like half of the Wheezing, the Skunk Tank, and the Golem seem like they're kind of walls in a way, and the rest are like powerhouses. But yeah, without further ado, let's start the battle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lead off with my Rotom, predicting him to lead off with Golem, and he does lead off with it. I just want to give this thing choice specs just so it's out of the way. I was hoping he didn't have choice band. Usually they don't. My Golem runs choice band, but usually other people's Golem don't tend to run choice band. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go for the Volt Switch, as I know he's gonna switch into anything else, which it is his Zangoose. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and go for a Sucker Punch, because even if he went for a quick attack, yeah, Sucker Punch is going to be able to outspeed because of priority. Now he goes into this sock, and I'm just going to go ahead and go into my Rotom, knowing I could take a close combat, even if it's banded. I'm not sure if it's banded or if it's scarfed. I'm not really sure what kind of damage calcs sock does against Rotom. I didn't calc it, I just went for it. But yeah, I am going to be able to live with 1 HP, so that's kind of unfortunate for him. He did get a little mad about it, but honestly, it really didn't matter too much, because it just really didn't. Even if he took me out, I could have just U-turned with Swellow and, you know, just, you know, different, you know, stuff like that. So, I mean, it really didn't matter too much, plus hacks is hacks. So, anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and sack my Rotom here, just get a safe switch into my Swellow, because he did lock himself into the Earthquake. Now I'm just going to go ahead and go for a Brave Bird as he switches into anything, which is going to be his Gorbis. I know I can outspeed it, I can really outspeed anything on his team, and I'm just going to go ahead and go for a Facade and take it out. So that's good. Now he's just going to go back, oh no, excuse me, he's just going to go into his Wheezing, which is a defensive Wheezing, and it still does half, which is amazing. He's just going to go for the Sludge Bomb and take me out from that range, which Swellow doesn't have hardly any special defense or any defenses at all, so I mean, really anything can take out Swellow. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Night Slash, thinking it would do at least 25%, but that does literally like nothing. I was like, wow, okay, gotta get out of here. So I do predict him actually to go for the Will-O-Wisp, because getting the burn on Skunk Tank is a pretty good thing to get if you do have that chance. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into Zangoose and go for a Facade. It does 60%, so that is a decent chunk. Now he knows I'm going to go for a Facade again, but I really can't risk it. I need this Golem out of here, and I know Facade, even against the Golem, is going to do a somewhat decent chunk. Now I'm going to go into Regirock, knowing I most likely can take 1 Earthquake. Actually, I knew for sure I could take 1 Earthquake, but I'm just going to go ahead and go for a Curse, and I knew I could probably take 2 if I got a Curse up, and I do. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for a Drain Punch, but it is unfortunately not going to be able to take him out, so that's kind of a bummer. I do live at 1 HP again, but this one honestly seriously didn't matter. because I could have just went to Skunk Tank and used a... Actually, I could have went into anything and outsped, so I mean, it really didn't matter here. And then he does go for a crunch, and I see Skunk Tank is Life Orb, so I'm going to take that to my advantage, go into my own Skunk Tank, and he's just going to go for the Hidden Power. Not sure what it is. I don't know what that would be. Hidden Power... I want to say Ice, just because that's common, but I don't know. That seems kind of weird. I've never seen Hidden Power on a Skunk Tank before, so I honestly don't know. This is kind of stallish a little bit, but in the end, we do a double down. So, it is down to the Weezing and the Kadabra, and we all know how this is going to end because I do have the speed and the super effective damage, so I'm going to go for a Psychic, and that will be the game. So that is a really good game. I had a lot of fun with it. Came down to the end, and I really didn't think it would come down to the end because I was ahead of him by like 4 Pokemon, I think, at one point. It just goes to show you that if you're down by 4 Pokemon, if you only got, 3 left or 2 left, don't give up yet, because I mean, unless you're getting swept, but I mean, in a battle like in this situation, don't give up because anything can happen. Crits, hacks, any kind of hacks, anything can happen. So, I mean, just don't give up. Keep going. He almost came back with this. If that Skunk Tank kind of went down, I'm not sure if I would have been able to beat that, because obviously Skunk Tank is Dark type and Psychic wouldn't affect it, and it would have been a whole bunch of shenanigans, and it would have been a lot longer, and I'm not sure if I would have been able to win. So that will be the end of the battle, and I think I've talked long enough. Let me think of a comment question of the day. What do you think of your, no, not what do you think, what is your favorite Rotom form? Is it Rotom Fan, Rotom Heat, Rotom Frost, Rotom Mo, I think that's what it's called, Rotom Mo, or just the regular Rotom, just by itself, like the first Electro Ghost type. So, yeah, leave that in the comment section below. And my favorite Rotom is probably Rotom Wash, just because it's really bulky, and it has the Stab Hydro Pump and the Stab Volt Switch, which all of them have Stab Volt Switch, but I just like Rotom Wash the best. That's in my opinion. So leave your comments down below on what you think of Rotom and what your favorite form of him is. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace!